Time now for the Morning Rush. We start with new details for you. Albuquerque police are still investigating a shooting near Wyoming and Copper. It happened just before 8 Sunday morning in the 400 block of Wisconsin. Officers say one man was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Last known condition as critical. Police have not said if any arrests have been made in connection to the shooting. Kristen.
When it comes to our next big weather maker, we're actually just getting rid of our weather makers. So when it comes to today, there's only a few spot storms left over, and that's it. Most of us can expect a full day of sunshine and nice warm temperatures too. And we continue with those drier conditions tomorrow. Warm temperatures as we get into the next couple of days. We're talking highs in the 90s here in Albuquerque, but the triple digits return to the eastern plains starting tomorrow. Crystal?
On to new details when it comes to the Ute Park Fire continues to burn in northern New Mexico. Officials now releasing a map showing how large the blaze is. The massive fires burned more than 36,000 acres so far. Crews are making progress, though. Officials say the Ute Park Fire is now 23% contained. Today, the biggest priority for firefighters is patrolling the fire lines, protecting Cimarron and Ute Park to keep those communities safe. A community meeting will be held at 4 p.m. today at the Angel Fire Community Center.
This morning, Ute Park Fire evacuees are waking up out of their homes. This after an emergency evacuation issued for Ute Park over the weekend. People in Cimarron were the first residents told to leave on Friday. Many are staying in neighboring cities like Springer and Raton. The Raton Convention Center is now a makeshift shelter, and some residents there are telling evacuees they're welcome at their homes as well. Stay up to date as we follow these developing fires across New Mexico and southern Colorado on air and at always on KRQE.com.
The search for a missing girl from Shiprock continues this morning. This as state police are now asking for your help. Take a look at your TV screens here. 12-year-old Raceline Pete was last seen wearing a black Adidas jacket, light blue jeans, and maroon Vans shoes. If you know anything about her whereabouts or where she was last seen, contact the number on your TV screen.
President Trump's personal attorney says his legal team would fight any attempt to have Mr. Trump testify before a grand jury in the Russia investigation. Rudy Giuliani also told the Sunday talk shows that he believes the president does have the power to pardon himself, but it would probably lead to impeachment.
On to some breaking developments for you now. Volcano in Guatemala this time erupts for the second time this year, killing more than 24 people, injuring hundreds more. The eruption spewed smoke nearly 4 miles into the sky and covered local villages in ash. Thousands of people are now evacuated because of this. It happened yesterday. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 0. I've got nothing for you except for sunshine, warm temperatures in the 90s, and even light winds. Those winds will only be 5 to 15 miles per hour coming out of the southwest. Crystal?
Facebook is facing another data dilemma. The social media company released a blog post on Sunday defending its practice of sharing Facebook user data with tablet makers and smartphone companies. This follows an investigation from the New York Times that reported Facebook has these sorts of deals with Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, and others. These agreements allow device makers access to users' background information like educational, history, religion, and work status. Officials say their partnerships allowed the companies to build Facebook versions on their products.
On to new facts this morning. According to a new study, a simple blood test may be able to detect early-stage lung cancer. A study at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute looked at samples from 1,700 people. It found that analyzing DNA in the blood may lead to early diagnosis of lung cancer. Kristen?
Now for a check on traffic. Not seeing anything major out there on the roadways this morning. Map looks pretty good. Just some minor congestion on I-40 eastbound near 4th Street.
All right, sports fans, the Golden State Warriors have a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals. Steph Curry hit an NBA Finals record. That's 9 three-pointers to lead the Warriors over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 122-103. The best of 7 series now heads to Cleveland for Game 3.
9 three-pointers. And we've talked about this before. Steph Curry usually shoots from like the 5-point range, I think.
Yeah, on fire.
All right, time now to get you to the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here. This morning, a flagpole bearing the names of 256 local firefighters who are no longer with us is on full display. The display is set up by hair salon owner and retired Albuquerque fireman Maurice Gutierrez. It sits in front of Cosmos Hair Concepts near San Mateo Manal. Gutierrez started the memorial after local firefighter Zeke Hernandez died from an illness.
At number 4 this morning, the investigation continues into a church fire in Roswell. The Roswell Fire Department rushed to the church around 12:30 Friday afternoon to see flames and smoke coming from the back of the building. At least part of the church is not salvageable, and oddly enough, it's happened before. We've learned that a fire sparked about a year ago at the church. Investigators believe that was possibly an electrical fire. Both fires are still under investigation. No injuries were reported.
At number 3, warm temperatures for the next few days from that 90 degrees today, mid-90s coming in Tuesday, Wednesday here in Albuquerque. Lots of sun, light winds, no storm chances. Overnight, it's pretty comfortable. Back down to the 60s.
At number 2, new details in the Ute Park Fire battle this morning. The massive blaze continues burning in northern New Mexico. It's still threatening some surrounding communities like Cimarron. The issue now is protecting those areas. An official tells us firefighters will be patrolling the fire lines around Cimarron and Ute Park today. Crews made progress over the weekend with the help of precipitation and moisture. The blaze is now 23% contained. That fire has burned more than 36,000 acres.
And that brings us to number 1. This morning, Ute Park Fire evacuees are waking up out of their homes. Some in neighboring cities like Raton and Springer. The Raton Convention Center, now a makeshift shelter, and residents are telling the evacuees they're welcome at their homes as well. Raton's pro tem mayor says residents are offering up campers and bedrooms to anyone who had to flee the fire. Springer's also lending a hand this morning, but the influx of people had some stores scrambling over the weekend, keeping up with the high demand. A quick reminder, community meeting will be held at 4 p.m. today at the Angel Fire Community Center.